A lot of you have asked me where I stand on military and defense spending. This nation needs to be secure from international threats, and we need to support the men and women who provide that security. We need to reassess the way in which we go about securing this nation. And that is the challenge of the 21st century, and that is the challenge that needs to be taken up by this Congress and successive Congresses, because we are presently operating under a plan that worked in the 20th century. It's not a 21st century plan. It's not a 21st century organization. We have had sufficient experience with our military to know now and be able to understand why units of the military are successful at their mission and what they do, and to think about how to better organize those successful components of the military into a force that actually provides us with even greater security than we now enjoy at a lesser cost. The military must take the lead, of course, in helping advance that reorganization, because Congress can't do it alone, and it certainly can't do it with resistance from the military. We are going to confront the natural propensity of people to protect their territory and be protective of their services, and there are very good reasons for them to be protective of the services and the missions that they undertake. I have little doubt that all of our military personnel and their leaders believe in their missions, and they believe that their missions are important to the security of this nation. But nonetheless, this country's civilian leadership must constantly reassess whether or not the missions that are being undertaken by the military are essential to our security, and whether they can be undertaken in a more efficient and effective way. The military is one source of information about those missions and how they're accomplished, and we need to also, as our country's leaders, also need to access all of the sources they can possibly identify for assessing and evaluating the military. The House of Representatives definitely plays a role in shaping the security of this nation, and I'm looking forward to the opportunity to participate in that process, because I absolutely believe that we have to be very forward-thinking, and we have to look down the road towards not only all of the potential threats, but all of the potential ways to meet those threats and still maintain our security. If you know anything about me by now, you know that I believe very fervently in peace as our most powerful weapon. And I've made that statement not only in public discourse, but also in my actions. And I think it's absolutely essential for Congress to have someone who has that perspective and that approach to the question of security as part of the conversation about the way in which this nation shapes its approach to security in the 21st century. Peace must be a fundamental part of the conversation, and the power of peace is something that belongs in the discussion.